Jerusalem is a complicated city in many ways, but when it comes to public transportation for tourists, it's relatively simple. The main means of transportation that you will be using is the light rail, which takes you to most of the places you will need to get to. In this video, I will show you how to buy a ticket, which stations are important for you, what to do if you come to Jerusalem with a car. Right at the end, I will talk about the Rav-Kav, which I'm very happy to say is not relevant for 99% of you, and hopefully soon won't be relevant at all. You have to buy your ticket in the station and then validate it once you are actually on the train. The displays on the ticket machines and inside the trains are also in English. A regular train ticket costs 6 shekels, which is good for one ride only. That's about $2. You can pay with bills and coins, but just for the sake of this video, I will try to buy a ticket with my German credit card to see if it works. It did. You can take one child under the age of 5 with you on each ride. Inside the train, you need to validate the ticket by inserting it here. The light rail runs between 5:30 a.m. and midnight. During the day, there is a train every 6 minutes, and very early in the morning and late at night, there is one every 10 to 15 minutes. Now, how do you know which line you are on and which line you need? It's very easy. There is only one line in Jerusalem, so you can't go wrong. There is only the red line. Now let's go over these stations and see which ones you will need to know about. So we are now at Mount Herzl station, which is the last station on the line. This station is important to you for 2 reasons. Next to it, you have Yad Vashem, the Holocaust Museum, as well as Mount Herzl. Both are within walking distance of the station. And I will talk about the second reason in a minute. The next few stations won't hold much interest for you. The next important one is the Central Station. Here you have the Central Bus Station and the Central Train Station, which is called Yitzhak Navon. The next station you might need is Machne Yehuda, where you have Jerusalem Main Market. And then you have the city center, which is served by the stations Hadavidka. Right next to it, you will find Abraham Hostel, which is a great hostel. The next stations are Jaffa Center and City Hall, where you have another great hostel, the Post. If you come to visit Jerusalem for a couple of days, choose a hotel or hostel around these stations, Hadavidka, Jaffa Center, and City Hall. City Hall is the closest station to the old city, to Jaffa Gate. Then we have Damascus Gate, and then there is really only Ammunition Hill, which is a famous site from the Six-Day War. Next to Ammunition Hill Station and Har Herzl, you can see this little symbol, which means park and go. This is a great thing, as driving in Jerusalem isn't much fun, and this service is free, and free is always good. This is what I use when I come to make videos in Jerusalem. I park my brand new Mazda at Mount Herzl and take the light rail to the center of the city. Sometimes I even leave it parked overnight. You are supposed to pay if you leave the car for a whole day, about 60 shekels, like, I don't know, 20-something dollars. But somehow they have never charged me at the exit. Now there are some things you need to remember here. You have to show your light rail ticket when you exit the parking lot. And this is very important. You have to remember that the light rail system and the parking lot are closed on Shabbat, on Saturday. So from Friday afternoon until Saturday evening, the light rail doesn't operate and the parking lot is locked. So if you park there on Friday morning and return at Friday night or Saturday morning, you won't be able to collect your car. The same goes for Jewish holidays. If you are not sure, you can ask the guard at the entrance or park at another free parking lot, which is located right here. It's called Mount Herzl parking lot, and this one is open 24/7. You can also park here for a couple of days. I didn't mention it as the first option because it is often very full. Here is another important thing to know. Here and everywhere in Israel, if the pavement is marked with blue and white, it means you need to pay and you can only park your car for a limited amount of time. So we will head further down the road. Here you can see it is gray, and that means you can park your Mazda for free for as long as you want. Onto the RAV card, you will notice that most Israelis don't use paper tickets, but instead use this card, which is called RAV card. This is the public transportation card for all public transportation in Israel. Tourists now have a much better option, which is to use a public transportation app. There are 4 different ones, and I will soon be making a video about them. The thing is that the app doesn't work with the light rail. Hopefully that will change in the near future, and then the app will be perfect for tourists. But until then, you will need the paper ticket or the RAV-CAV. The RAV-CAV has a few advantages over the paper ticket. The main one being that you can switch between the light rail and the bus over a time period of 90 minutes for a price of 1 ride. Another disadvantage to the paper ticket is that it can only be used on the day of purchase. If you are coming for 3-4 days, then just buy the paper tickets. If you are staying for longer and want to get a RAV-CAV, then you can get one for free in the central bus station. I need to go there myself as I have a problem with my RAV-CAV, so I will show you where it is. But as I said, hopefully you won't need the card or paper ticket at all by the time you get here. I will be putting an update below the video once it is possible to pay with the app. For more tips, please subscribe, it really helps. See you in the next video. Yalla bye. Maybe because it is early in the morning, I didn't have to wait, got right in, really quick and fast. That's it. See you in the next video. Yalla bye.